Dr. Niall McRae, a political expert for the Bruges Group think tank, reflected on Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP's push for an independence referendum. While speaking to Express.co.uk, Dr. McRae argued it was clear Boris Johnson was not a popular figure in Scotland. However, he remained adamant the Prime Minister can prevent another referendum for at least another 20 years. He claimed Mr. Johnson's greatest weapon in this argument was that Scotland already held an independence referendum and the people chose, decisively, to remain in the Union. Dr. Niall McRae said, COVID has allowed her to do these daily press conferences which are basically party political broadcasts. That led to the SNP succeeding in retaining power in Scottish Parliament elections. They do carry a lot of public support with them. We keep looking for a tipping point where people are going to turn against the SNP for the domestic failures, but no, the momentum seems to carry on. It is very hard for Boris Johnson to make any kind of impact with the Scottish public. The only weapon he has got, Boris, it is perhaps the most effective weapon of all, is that the Scots have had their referendum on independence. They have already had it and a decisive majority were in favour of staying in the UK, 55%. That was supposed to be a once-in-a-lifetime vote. So I think Boris Johnson can legitimately say this is not the time for another divisive referendum. Dr. McRae reiterated how divisive the initial referendum was in Scotland. He continued, it really was divisive up there, it split families and some people still not talking to each other. It wouldn't be a good idea to go through all that again. Of course, the SNP would like to have a referendum every year and just hope they get over the 50% threshold. Boris Johnson and the Westminster government can legitimately deny any further referendum for at least 20 years. Dr. McRae also highlighted that coronavirus had made it more difficult for Nicola Sturgeon for a referendum. He noted that the Scottish people were more focused on getting life back to normal. This has forced the SNP to shift their plan, according to the political expert, and return to the issue of independence at a later date. Offering a glimmer of optimism, Ms. Sturgeon has repeated that another referendum on independence is a case of when not if, despite protests from Westminster.